Welcome to T-Prep Talk. We're going to hear my story. You're going to hear my guest's story. It's going to help make your story. And today we have... You ever look at videos like that when you were little? Like bear versus tiger, like who would win in a fight, like stuff like that on YouTube?
No, but that reminds me of a YouTube channel back in the day. I don't know if I can say it on the air, but it was something Higa, and they had a funny video. Have you guys seen this? No. It's like, oh my gosh. The guy's like, they're sitting at like a makeshift table, and the guy's like how an alligator would eat, or like a bird, and they're just like messing stuff up. I don't know why that just came in my head though.
We gotta look this up though. What's the name of it? Like,
all right.
No, but it can't just say it. If it's the N word, don't say it.
Huh?
If it's the N word, don't say it.
Oh, so it's not meant to be the N word. It's Nighga, Higa.
Oh.
It's not.
Yeah, no.
It's not anything like race related. That's just that was the name of their channel. And
I remember there was this one channel was called Higa.
That's what it is.
Oh, Higa.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
that
man.
Sounds Asian, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it sounds really Asian, but I don't remember if they were white guys or Asian guys.
Yeah.
But I know that I remember there was some other big like Asian channel, and these guys were super funny. It maybe was them.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know what you're talking about.
I know the one you watched a lot was PewDiePie.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Oh,
PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
Where are they at, man?
Oh, dude, he's like retired, man.
Yeah.
He's doing like small stuff, man.
Okay, cool.
He used to be like the number one.
I was gonna say, yeah, I remember seeing like a chart of like, you know, most followed YouTubers, and for several years he was number one.
Yeah, he was number one for a while. Yeah.
This personality was crazy, man. I couldn't get attached to him. Like, I just couldn't. It was unattractive to me.
It was more like for gaming.
Oh,
What's crazy is that I've actually never seen any of his videos. I've never watched them, but yet I'm a big gamer. So
I used to watch it like back in 2014.
Oh yeah,
He's the only reason why I did watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know. He's my cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. What's your name?
Jesus.
Yeah. Hubert, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm not trying to mess shit up.
Dabble.
You sounding good.
Check in.
Yeah, you're
So
it's rolling.
yeah, Hubert is
Polish.
He also knows the language as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Spanish, Polish,
There you
and English, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Trilingual. Do you know how to say "Welcome to T-Prep Talk" in Poland? Like just welcome to.
Yeah.
Say it to the camera.
Witam was do Oh my God. Witam was do T-Prep Talk.
Yay!
Dang, that was kind of a tongue twister.
We're gonna start that. We're gonna shoot the whole podcast in Polish and then in English.
That's crazy.
Anyways, yeah, use that though, like the beginning, like use that. So welcome to T-Prep Talk. I'm your host, Barbell Honcho, and the goal for this podcast is to make you think creatively, because we all have different stories and we can all learn from each other. And Hubert also does racing, right? You used to do some racing. Was it dirt bikes, cars?
Cars, a little bit of motorcycles, but nothing really officially besides a little bit of racing for like my school, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Wait, racing for your school? What are you talking about?
So I went to college, and my degree's in automotive technology, and so really the reason why I wanted to go to this school is because they're very big into just pushing you into the automotive industry. And it's not just automotive mechanics. You know, you get a full 4-year like engineering. It's almost like an engineering degree.
Okay.
And so they're big on the motorsports scene, which I loved. And you know, the one big thing that really sold me on going to that school was, hey, we have race teams. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So this college had a race team. Did you guys build your own car?
Yeah.
Built your own car and you tested it to see if it was good or not?
Yeah, we tested it, competed in different kinds of races. We actually had a couple cars. There was one full like drag racing car. We were in the process of building another one. there was an autocross car, little Honda del Sol, and so I raced the little Honda del Sol for autocross events. I think it was 2 or 3 events that I did.
Yeah.
And that was an absolute blast.
Now you say when you raced, did you do the drag or did you do the circuit?
Okay, so I didn't do any drag racing. You kind of got placed. I'm sorry, you chose a team to be on,
Yeah.
and so there was like a couple of drivers picked for each team. So I drove a couple events for the autocross team and how autocross is set up. So ultimately, it can be like it can be on a racetrack, or a lot of times they're in like large parking lots with a bunch of cones set up.
Yeah.
And so they've got tracks set up with these cones, and you race like timed.
Okay. And you built your own car. You got an Eclipse, right?
Oh yeah.
You got.
Yeah.
It looks pretty nice. He has some pictures of it on his Instagram.
Are you more into like the GDM stuff?
100%.
Yeah,
Yes. Man, the Fast and Furious, man, that's just absolutely engraved a whole like lifestyle in me, to be honest. So, yeah.
I grew up with like Need for Speed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or Midnight Club.
Oh, you
Yeah.
played those games? Need for Speed?
Oh,
and Midnight
absolutely.
Club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Club? The song that sticks in my head is like car real big.
yeah.
Let me
I
show you
love
how
that.
I live. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Shout out to the playlist.
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know why we don't have that on there.
Yeah,
Those
oh,
are
the
bangers.
The T-Prep Gym playlist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right now it's playing some Spanish music. I try to add a whole bunch of different songs on there.
I see that.
But yeah, so the last podcast I talked about us releasing a pre-workout. Hubert is in on it. He's helping me design the artwork and getting the formula put together. And Hubert's background is sales, right? You did sales before.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody watching this, sales is a very hard thing to do and get into. You have to be confident. So if you're looking to do sales, confidence is one thing, and preparation is another. Do you believe in scripts, like, practicing a script to read before you sell something, or do you think just going off the top of the dome?
Okay.
'Cause I think some people are bred with that in them, the gift of gab,
Mm-hmm.
where they can just straight up off the dome.
Yeah.
I think that's a form of freestyle.
Yeah. By the way, I really like that that phrase you used there. Get the gift of gab. I'm gonna start using that. That's so funny. But to answer your question, okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say yes and no, and I'll tell you why. I've never seen myself as a salesperson. I've had sales roles, and this whole concept of a script, I think, should be used as a stepping stone. Anytime in previous roles that I had tried to use a script, or I thought that I needed to sound like somebody else, I failed in those roles.
Yeah.
And so, in terms of being an entry-level salesperson, or first getting into that industry of whatever you're selling, sure, utilize a script to kind of form your own speech around it. But also, if you are using a script, that just tells me that you're not educated or confident enough in whatever it is that you're selling.
Yeah.
And that's totally okay. Everyone has to go through that. I very much, in the current role that I'm in, I very much felt like that at the beginning. It wasn't until probably about 9 months to a year in of me actually feeling confident in my knowledge and what I was selling, and being able to confidently talk about and answer questions, to where I finally found myself veering off the script, or just using this quote-unquote script as like talking points. That kind of a thing. Because once
talking points is important. Sometimes you get lost in the conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I did over the phone sales, I would end up talking about like their dog or something, because I was barking in the background. So now we're having a full-on conversation about dogs, and I'm trying to sell them some medical stuff.
Yeah.
And so I got to veer back. But I'm like, all right, when I look at the talking points, we already been through this, because sales is essentially helping people make the right decision.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because if you give them, you lead them to the wrong decision, they're gonna tell their friends. They're gonna want, what is it called, buyer's remorse.
Yep.
They're gonna want their money back. Yeah. So when the gym here, I'm like, yo, come check it out. Freeway based gym, not a whole bunch of machines.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're gonna get. It's a dope vibe. We're gonna blast some music. Might be some cuss words in the music. I don't know, if you don't like that, then this probably ain't the best place for you, right?
But at least they know what they're getting.
Yes.
And so that's exactly how it should be. I think all good sales folks have, full transparency. Sales folks have like this stigma around them of being like devious, just to try and get some money. And in my opinion, that doesn't make a good salesperson. Sure, you could make some money off of lying to people or BSing, but those that really excel in sales are problem solvers.
Yeah.
And you bring a solution to the table, and if someone wants to act on that solution, and if you did a good enough job in terms of like prospecting and actually figuring out what these people are trying to accomplish, you bring a solution to the table.
Yeah.
If they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. It's no hard feelings at the end of the day.
Yeah. And how old are you again?
29.
29.
Just turned 29, so.
Yeah, so I'm turning 25 next month. And I started thinking, man, they say that you learn the most from, like, your early, obviously when you're a kid, you start to become very adaptive to your environment, to what's in front of you. You get in high school, then you're in your teens, right? But 25 is whenever your brain's supposed to be fully developed, right? So do you think, I started thinking deep about this because I'm like, all right, I'm about to be 25. Can you still learn more skills after 25? Then why are they saying that, like, you pretty much are done with how good your brain is at soaking in information and learning, right? So can you still learn skills, in your opinion, after 25? Did you learn anything new after 25?
Ooh. Okay. 100% yes. I don't think... Okay, I want to say in the last 2 to 4 years in my life is probably where I've learned the most amount of skills and like really try to hone in, whether it is various kinds of teamwork, communication, leadership. Leadership is huge. Commitment, obviously. Yeah. And you can utilize these kinds of skills in so many different aspects of your life. So yeah, I think the last 3-4 years of my life, I've had the most significant amount of growth in my life. Okay. But you definitely have to be open to learning. And I think a lot of people, as they get older, they kind of close themselves off. Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah, you got that elder person in your family where they're a certain way, and we all just agree, like,
oh, absolutely,
that's just how they are. They're not gonna change. That's just how it's gonna be. I really, really want to never be like that. I want to be in my 60s still like, oh, that's how you do that. Okay, let me listen to you, even though you're 25, 30 years old, right? But yeah, I was thinking about that because learning sales, learning how to build cars, all that stuff, and sometimes I think about, because you're in sales, you do sales management, right? You train people as well. Mm-hmm. I think of, like, are my skills done now, or am I going to continue to add more to the arsenal? So I really am on no soft shit. I'm kind of like, I'm scared of not learning, so I'm gonna go and attack it. Like, okay, you say I can't learn after 25. All right, let's see if I can.
Yeah, you're always like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, as long as you're open-minded to it, and you see every kind of opportunity as an opportunity to learn and enhance your knowledge, I think that goes a long way. And I mean, even if you're a manager, a boss, whatever it is, you can learn a lot from the people around you. And I work with a lot of folks, and some folks that see themselves as, maybe not as experienced in the industry that I'm in, but I always open up the doors to conversations in terms of, hey, if if you're doing something else differently, but it's working for you, let me know. I want to, I want to expose myself to that. I want to try and understand how other people think, or vice versa, or even processes, for example. So, I'm pretty heavy into like operations management, and so I did quite a bit of that in my previous role, and I do that now. And ultimately, it's up to me to lead a team of people, but I very much do as I preach when I say I open up the floor to any kind of suggestions.
Yeah.
And anytime I even instill some kind of process into these operations teams, I say, hey guys, this is what I've put together. If there's any way I can improve this, if there's anything you guys think I can change, let me know. Because I think the worst thing you can possibly do as a leader is close yourself off and say, this is how I want it done, this is how we're doing it, end of story.
Yeah, you know how people read like a lot of books, and but people who want to grow, you can read a whole book just to get one good sentence out of there that can change your life. And me, it was like, how do I get the word out for T-Prep Gym? Like, how do I get the word out? I don't know what to do. So I'm going old-fashioned. I'm going knocking doors and stuff. Or anybody I see. Sometimes I will see somebody walking in the sidewalk out here and open up the door and be like, hey, man, come check out the gym. And, like, kind of force them to come check out the gym because they don't want to say no to me.
But, hey, it's I mean, it's something to try. That's the way I see it.
And then I got in touch with the CEO of a medical business, and I seen what they did. And literally, I just took one thing from their business, and it changed T-Prep forever, the way I do business.
Ooh,
but
I like that.
It was all I had to do was just be exposed to it.
Yeah.
So being open-minded and trying things out and putting yourself out there is very important. And we're entering this journey of pre-workout supplements. We tested the formula. Everybody loves it. It's a new journey that we're going to take, so we had to kind of see what the market tells us. You know what I'm saying? What do you
it's
think?
all trial and error for the two of us,
Yeah, when I did other business ventures, and there's a lot to learn from other businesses that you do, and you just keep on. Every failure is a learning lesson. So yeah, and how's your fitness going? Because that's part of the mentality of pushing towards.
You're right. I think, regardless, your fitness is that does help you achieve your goals, because that's a form of commitment, and that can be applied to so many other things. But man, recently fitness has been okay. Last couple months, man, I
love this question because everybody's like, all right.
Yeah. I went from.
You're in the gym right now.
Yeah. Man, I went from being the best shape of my life to being not necessarily in the worst shape of my life, but being as the biggest that I've ever been. And that's just because of the nature of my job, and me not being out and about enough and seeing the sun, and at least that's what I like to think.
No, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I'm in that same boat.
Yeah, you check your sleep. Your sleep's good. Your nutrition's good. Your activity levels are good. But if you still feel sluggish, that's when you start to, all right, everything else is good. What's my vitamin D levels at?
Yeah, well, I realized that was affecting everything else in terms of my happiness, my desire to be active.
Yeah.
It was a learning curve, because I'm in front of a computer all day long. So I want to say the last month or so, I've really gotten back on track.
So it looks like your profession, your job's everywhere. Like your mind's everywhere.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You ever thought about taking ashwagandha?
I take it.
You take it?
So previously I had a very good natural stack.
Okay.
It was like a test boosting stack. And now I'm back on that stack. Yeah. It's DIM, DHEA, and boron, which is like they're test boosting vitamins. Yeah. I'm taking ashwagandha as well.
Helps regulate how your body handles stress.
Yeah. So I'm doing that, and I'm forcing myself to be outside and actually get natural sunlight. I want, like, every day during lunch, at least go for a walk. Like, today I did, like, a 40-minute bike ride.
Yeah.
It's nice that I work remotely, half the week, so I can get out of my house, but sometimes it's hard when I'm in the office. The only thing I can do is really step out for lunch and go walk around in like our big office complex that we're in. So there's only so much I can do.
Man. Just grinding it out.
Yeah, but
Just grinding it out.
I missed it, man. I know I kind of fell into that after some injuries. I had some back injuries, like pinched a disc. So I went to physical therapy for a little bit, and I was kind of rehabbing that, and I'm back at it 100%. It makes me feel so much better. I mean, you saw me today. I was deadlifting, squatting, and I'm like, I'm in it. I'm going hard, doing cardio almost every day. Recently, I started getting a lot more strict on my diet as well.
Important.
Yeah. Man, I got to bounce back after Thanksgiving now too. So
I ate a whole bunch, man. Ate a whole bunch of pie too, man. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done with all that stuff now for a long time.
Yeah. What would you guys say is your weakness, your Thanksgiving food or dish weakness?
I would say like green bean casserole.
Okay.
That's still green, man.
I love it.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Eat too much of it?
I feel like that's such an unappreciated dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who made it.
Oh yeah.
Your sister makes a good one though.
Oh yeah, my sister did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's pecan pie, man.
Okay.
With ice cream though. With ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, by itself, I don't know.
There you go.
But hot though, hot.
Fresh out of the oven.
Fresh out of the oven.
Okay.
But yeah, man, fitness is very important. Fitness.
What about yours?
I like it all, dude. I'm like a meat and potatoes kind of guy. So Thanksgiving is just, I'm in heaven.
Oh,
But,
you spent it with your girl this year, right?
Yeah. My girlfriend's family, they came out here from El Paso, which was awesome. And my girlfriend did a hell of a job cooking. I mean, she
cooked everything.
99% everything. But yeah, it all was just absolutely phenomenal. And Saturday, I don't know how traditional you guys are with Mexican food. She made a bomb ass menudo.
Menudo, yeah.
Dude, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I've been eating a whole bunch.
Man,
of that,
I probably should have pulled out a ring right there.
Yeah.
Like, this menudo got me.
Yeah, man.
Hispanic?
Yeah, she's Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Food is important.
Mhm.
Food is important. I think that's something. Unfortunately, I feel like I sound sexist when I say that or something or whatever. But if a woman knows how to cook, it's like a plus. It kind of
Don't lie, bro. It's attractive. It is
It
very
is attractive.
it is very
I know.
attractive.
I'm just, I'm not trying to sound like, but it is important.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, and
it's not 20. Oh, because Trump's in office right now. All right, Trump's in office. All the rules are out.
I mean, you got to think though. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say some stuff. I'm like, nah, it's too much.
But no, you got to think. Women want to get taken care of in a certain way,
Yeah.
and men like to get taken care of in a certain way. And I think, for most of us guys, we love to get food,
Yeah.
made for us. I love it. Yeah, my girlfriend is an amazing cook, and
Good.
I've never had a bad dish from her. So,
Is she like Mexican or like? Is she Mexican?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Mexican.
I thought it was like a different southern.
No. She's just straight Mexican, and yeah, she makes a bunch of variety of foods, and she's always trying new recipes and whatnot, and she's a big fitness girl too. So the thing is, when we boil down and get to the meal prep, and she does meal prepping too, and then tries to change dishes up a little bit to kind of fit a little bit more healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, when I hang around you, man, when I talk to you, I see in simple terms a dog in you, that you want more, you're hungry, right?
Oh.
And with that type of person, I think that's whenever we want the women that kind of are caring and nurturing, right? Because we're out there basically in battle every day, and we want to come home, and that's where we get the love and care, right?
Yeah.
And whenever I would say maybe controversial, but men like us, we can't. It'd be very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible. It'd be very difficult to be with a girl with a similar attitude, because I think those two type of personalities clash too much, right? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. It's crazy though that you said like we go out to battle because
Every day.
Yeah. Wow. That's just like that's shocking to me because that's really how I see it, and I've tried to explain this as well to my lady, and obviously women think differently, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just how us guys are wired, I guess. We're out there trying to hustle, and there's a big reason for it, and 100%, it's not easy to put up with. If let's say if you're with a woman who's exactly like you, the relationship wouldn't work. It's like that yin and yang, and
Yeah.
and honestly, me and my girlfriend talk about this all the time because she is very opposite from me, but
Yeah.
she brings the nurturing aspect to the table that most men don't have, the woman is the foundation of a home. She ultimately is. So
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like those girls that them girls.
he's like, look.
I think that women can have that masculine energy, that go-getter energy, but I think there just has to be respect in a relationship. Like that's it. Like I
Yeah.
think that's the part that gets me.
I think for both parties.
Now that I rewind,
Okay.
that I'm like, okay, yeah, those girls aren't good, whatever. But like, it's possible if the respect is there in the relationship.
Man, it all boils down to, well, yes, respect and that communication, boundary setting, all that. I mean, I'm going to relate this to my relationship. I mean, me and my girlfriend, we had a big learning curve to go through together.
Yeah.
A lot of boundaries, understanding each other and shit. I mean, we still go through it every day. And she does a great job of reminding me as well, because don't get me wrong, I get in my head all the time because I'm just grind, and she reminds me all the time, like, hey, let's talk about this. Let's try and understand each other a little bit better. We have to do our best to understand each other, and I have to constantly as well, I got to remind myself as well, like, hey, it's not just my way or the highway. If you've got a good lady on your hands, like, you as the man, you better, do your due diligence and understand her as well.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, you have to be understanding, man.
Mhm.
And you can't be a guy that reacts off your emotions.
Oh,
You
yeah.
be a guy that reacts off your emotions, then you got two females in the room now.
That's funny. That's funny.
But you all live and you learn.
Mhm.
We all got our sides of us that we regret. Like I remember being mad at my dad one time when I was little, not little, high school. I went off on him, and I still think about it to this day where I'm like, damn, that was kind of an asshole. Like, why'd I do that?
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Fully developed.
Yeah, my brain wasn't fully developed.
Man, I think every, every guy growing up goes through that kind of phase where you're butting heads with your dad.
Yeah. You went through that?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
You
I
ever
don't-
square up with him?
no, there's been times where it was close, and we went through a rough patch together. I mean, I left my house when I was like 18 years old, and
Okay. Grind mode.
huh?
Grind mode. 18.
It was me wanting to do my own thing, and then me and my parents really not understanding each other. So 100%, me, the young guy, kind of growing up in a different generation from my dad. 'Cause my parents were, I was born in Poland as well.
Okay.
So
I was about to say.
yeah, parenting is completely different. Growing up was very different at the time over there. So
Is it traditional?
100%.
Okay.
yeah. Parenting styles are completely different here nowadays. So yeah, there was a big learning curve with that.
You got a whooping?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be very similar to Hispanic household.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and that's actually why a lot of my friends are Mexican.
Yeah.
We have very similar cultural values, and I get it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Hispanics are very strict in their household.
Yeah.
The Asians are as well.
Yeah.
It's I hate to say it's most foreign people.
Yeah.
It's
the like
And outside of America, to be honest.
outside of America, yeah.
Or / Canada.
So
I
are
can't
other
speak of
countries?
Canada. I've never been. I wouldn't know.
Are other
Very
countries
progressive.
building
Yeah.
Are other countries building animals out there? Like they're building some dogs, like
People.
Yeah. So we're like getting
Yes.
soft over here.
Okay. Man, I hate to say this. Because I absolutely love our country. Clearly, man, you know, I'm
It was
very,
born and raised.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought they say he's born
Yeah.
and raised. They're like, nah, he's born in Poland.
But man, as much as America is the world leader and like we're looked at as like the big brother, ultimately, we're the laughing stock of a lot of aspects in our life. And
Yeah, ironic.
huh?
Pretty
I know.
ironic.
And well, that's just because we're very like influential. But when it comes down to like our educational system and I guess some of the silly crap that's been going on in our country, we're a little bit of a laughing stock. Because, yeah, we just don't raise people like, you know, the rest of the world does. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen videos or heard about, like, you know...
We don't have to get too much into details of it, obviously.
Yeah, but how kids are educated in other
Yeah.
countries. It's different. And it's, unfortunately, the level's a lot higher. It really is.
Especially because back in the day, the South was a little bit more traditional.
Yeah.
And it's kind of leaking in there, you know.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get a little bit back towards that.
Yeah.
I know our generation has been kind of, or more of the people have been a little bit fed up with what's been going on recently. So
Yeah, man, I seen bullying's coming back. And it's a good thing.
I
Hey,
believe that.
I
believe in that.
I support it, man.
Yeah.
That's what makes them tough
I got
people.
bullied.
but
I think we all did in one way or another.
Why do you leave that face?
He flashback. He's like, oh man, I didn't want to think about this.
no, I was trying to hold in my laugh.
You think that's funny?
Anyways, what'd you do though? Like, you threw some hands in middle school,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. So you didn't really get bullied.
I mean, I got bullied at first.
Yeah.
But that toughened up.
Tough, and you
For me
needed
to
it.
Be, I
Yeah.
mean, not to be a bully, but bullied.
Yeah.
You know?
What was I gonna say, man? I was gonna say something. I forgot.
Did you get bullied for anything?
No.
No. Man, he was the cool kid. He was doing the bullying.
Yeah, he was.
No, I never bullied
Nah,
anybody.
actually,
Okay.
You're a lot quieter.
I was quiet. Where I like kind of stood out was like just the sports.
We're always
Okay.
like right
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just focused on sports. That's it.
Pee-wee football.
What man? I hate when my mind does this, man. That's it. I just ordered all my supplements.
Okay.
I'm out right now. That's why it happens.
How's your sleep?
My sleep is horrible, man.
Yeah, that's probably-
And my sleep's gonna be horrible today because I gotta go and change some oil. Right now.
What do you mean? Like you're doing it yourself?
Yeah, I gotta go change the oil when I get home.
On what car?
It's a Honda.
What year?
12.
2012. Did you already buy the oil?
Not yet. What?
You might be better off just taking it to a shop. Might be a little cheaper.
Oh man, no, it's all good. I just
Okay.
got. I had to get a new drain plug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so. Yeah, there's no gasket.
Okay. The reason I'm saying is, okay, here we go. The nerdy car talk in me.
Yeah, here we go.
Most of those newer Hondas, they require a special weight of oil that typically only comes in a full synthetic. You're probably gonna end up spending like $75 for that in oil, maybe a little bit less. But by the time you get that, a new oil filter and a new drain plug,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna spend, if not more,
Yeah.
than right around the same price that you would at like
I don't think
a
it's one
regular
of those newer Hondas though, because it's like
You said it's 2012.
it's 2012, but like the radio's still like old school radio.
You want me to look this up?
You can. I mean, you can.
I'm
look
trying to
it
save
up.
you some time, man, because I don't even change my own oil anymore unless it's like my car that's taken apart, just because it's I end up spending right around the same amount of money, sometimes more. And
On the Eclipse?
That's the only car I change the oil on.
Okay.
But like my truck, for example, most of my parents' cars, my girlfriend's car as well. I'm like, take it to a shop or the dealership, like last resort. But most of these smaller like oil change place, like for the Honda, I'm assuming you'll probably pay like $50-$60. Yeah.
Wait, at the shop?
Yeah, like an oil change place.
He changed his own oil. He got a what?
2014 Toyota Camry.
2014 Toyota Camry.
Do you know if you put full synthetic in it?
Yeah, I put full synthetic.
Okay. How much you typically pay for everything?
Like about like 60-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, on the Honda, man, I put full synthetic high mileage. $30. Takes 4 quarts.
Oh.
4 or 5 quarts.
All right.
So it's like one container.
All right. Fair enough. You got me.
Okay. Because now I'm over here thinking because I don't have the degree.
No. I completely forgot that you get those jugs that's like five quarts.
Yeah.
And one jug is a full synthetic, typically around what, 20?
Bucks.
Yeah, $25-$30.
27 plus tax.
There you go. All right. You know what? Cut this out. Cut it out.
Where are we going?
I don't know why I overthought that.
Where are we going? Anyways, I lost my train of thought, man.
Damn.
But yeah.
I fucked that up.
Yeah, we got some hoodies coming in. If you're watching this far into the podcast, appreciate you. We put a lot of hard work into this podcast. Hubert will be back in the studio with the plan. We did this last minute. I just texted Hubert, hey, let's shoot a podcast.
Oh yeah. I didn't even think I was gonna be like just sitting here, just us talking.
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be like some other guest, and I might just say something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, help out. I thought honestly I was helping out. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about these things. I'm like, oh okay, all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what.
Yeah, we're gonna keep. Man, this is next Joe Rogan's over here.
All right, dude. What?
Talking about whatever, anything.
I gotta get on Jimmy's level.
Yeah, we gotta get screen right there. Bam. Everything you're talking about pop up on the screen. But anyways, appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was fun. Go change some oil.
Yeah.
And Hubert, you want to say goodbye to the camera? Any kind of
Appreciate you guys for having me. Yeah, I'm excited to do more.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll see Hubert again. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.